Yo, 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 what's good, YouTube? Um, are black women sexually aroused by black men? Are black women, do black women truly sexually desire the black man? And that's the topic for this video today. And we always question if black men are truly attracted to black women. You always hear black men don't like dark skinned black women, or the high value black men are choosing these other races of women over the sisters, and black men don't like black women's natural hair and this and that. And you always hear several talking points about black men not liking black women, or black men not being attracted to black women, or black men not being attracted or choosing dark skinned black women. We've heard those talking points for years now, but everyone assumes that black, everyone assumes that black men, I mean, let me reword it. Everyone always assumes that black women want black men. No one ever questions black women's attraction to black men. Like everyone automatically off the bat assumes that black women are heads over heels for black men. Like people automatically assume that black men are black women's number one preference, and black women will not choose other races of men over the black man. I think it's bullshit. To be honest, I don't think black men are black women's number one choice. And no one ever questions black women's attraction to black men, but we always question black men's attraction to black women. You know, part of that is because people love to dick police black men. You know, people are always so worried about who a black man, what woman a black man is speaking to, who a black man finds attractive, who a black man doesn't find attractive. I mean, this society loves to police black men's sexuality, and it's strange as fuck. But no one loves to police black women's sexuality in that shape and form. I mean, but black men, our sexuality, you know, who we date, who we choose, who we're attracted to as black men, that's always the number one conversation. But let's put the limelight on the sisters. You know, okay, let me start it off for real. I mean, like I said earlier, people always assume right off the bat or take it as is that black women are just head over heels for black men. Like black women's number one choice is are black men, and a lot of people just automatically assume that. But who's to say that it's true? You know, I know. the plight of the black man. I am a black man. I'm a dark skinned black man at that. You know, a lot of black men are not being chosen by black women. Over 50% of black men are childless. Over 50% of black men are childless and unmarried. Majority of black men are childless and unmarried. We're the only race where this occurs. White men, they aren't majority of white men aren't single and childless like how black men are. Majority of Latino men aren't single and childless and unmarried like black men are. Over 50% of black men are unmarried and childless. Why is this? Why are majority of black men unmarried and childless? Is it because is it because black men are collectively seen as quote unquote non-select with black women? The reason why most black men are single and childless and unmarried is because black women don't choose the majority of black men. Black women collectively see black men as being quote unquote non-select. If black women were so sexually attracted to black men and love black men so much, and if the black man makes black women's pussies so wet, then how come these black women aren't choosing to be with these black men? If black women were dealing with black men at a high level, like everyone thinks, that the majority of black men want to be childless and unmarried and single, you know, go out and speak, go outside and be social and speak to young black men of all ages, especially young black men in our 20s and 30s. Black men in their 20s and 30s, most of them don't have a girlfriend, are not married, are not in a serious relationship, and talk to these black men in their 20s and 30s about their experiences with black women. Most of these younger brothers, the Generation Z brothers and the Millennial brothers, most of these brothers don't have a, a great positive experience with black women. You know, a lot of these Generation Z brothers and millennial black men, a lot of these brothers are getting denied and rejected by black women. And if you're a black man, especially a young black man, and if you don't fit a certain image, if you don't have a certain swagger, or you're not a bad boy, or you're not this height, you're not this skin tone, If you don't meet a lot of these petty requirements, these extreme petty requirements that black women have for black men, then as a black man, you're not getting chosen. Black women hold black men to these extreme, shallow standards. A black man got to be this type, this skin tone, have this type of swag. A black man has to be a high value man, make $100,000 and wear this type of clothing every day just to get a black woman. You know, a black man has to be damn near perfect just to get a black woman. You know, especially like if a black man isn't a Pookie and Ray Ray, because a lot of our sisters give the Pookie and Ray Rays a pass. But for the majority of black men, you know, black men have to be damn near perfect just to get a black woman to look his way. You know, a white guy doesn't have to be a millionaire just for the average looking women of his race to give him play. A Latino guy doesn't have to be a high value millionaire just for his own race of women to who are average just to look his way. Black men, we are the only race of men. American black men, we're the only group of men who has to be good looking, tall, be a millionaire, be a high thousandaire just for the average looking women of our own race, just to consider us, you know. And these same black women who have all these harsh standards for black men will fuck with a white guy who is homeless, doesn't have anything going on for himself, dresses bummy, doesn't have swag, lame as fuck. You know, a black woman will fuck with any old type of white dude, but when it comes to fuck with black men, black women have all these harsh standards. You know, all these harsh standards that black women have for black men aren't required when they want to fuck with white men. You know, and usually when women, usually when women, when you're a woman's preference, usually when you're a woman's preference, they will have relaxed standards for you. When a man is a woman's natural preference, that woman will have relaxed standards for that man. You know, a white guy could be average looking, be lame as fuck, not have any swag, be short, be chubby, overweight, be a dirty ass nigga. A white guy can be all those fucked up qualities, and a black woman would still choose him. That's because white men are the black woman's true preference. A black man has to go through hula hoops just to get a black woman. We have to be all these things. We have to achieve all this and that just to get our own race of women to look at us because our women don't prefer us. Black women do not prefer black men. Black men, we have to be damn near Superman because our women do not prefer us. And let me break it down to y'all in black woman's point of view. Black women, when they see a black man, they're thinking, "Oh man, I don't like this black ass nigga like this. I don't like this black ass dude like that." But in order for me to choose him, since I'm not naturally attracted to him all like that, he doesn't have the skin tone that I prefer and all that. But I'll fuck with that black guy over here, if he's a rich ass nigga. If he grows a couple inches and becomes this super muscular dude, I'll fuck with that black guy over there. But right now he's average. He don't make my pussy wet. Black women are thinking that when they see black men. A black man has to be extraordinary. A black man has to be have all these things just to get a black woman to be sexually aroused. You know, in order for a black man to arouse a black woman, he has to have all these fucking qualities. You have to have all these extra things as a black man to arouse a black woman. Because without all these extra perks and high value this, muscular that, a black woman isn't naturally attracted to a regular, average Joe black man. She isn't. The reason why black women would choose an average Joe white guy is because in her eyes, the average Joe white guy is already sexually appealing to her because the average Joe white guy has this physical preference that black women sexually prefer. The average Joe white guy has the physical preference that black women sexually prefer, and that's the white skin. Like, a lot of people think power is the only reason why a black woman would choose a white man over a black man. Yes, power has something to do with it to an extent. Why black women would choose a white man over a black man, but it's not only power. It is not only power. The other component of black women, another component to black women who would choose a white man over a black man is not only power. The other component besides power is sexual desirability. You know, women are sexual creatures too. You know, when women choose a man, they're looking for power and money and things of those natures as well. You know, power and money. Women are looking at that in men, but also women are also looking for men who sexually arouse them. So in a black woman's head, she would choose a white guy over a black guy. You know, the white guy has the power that the white guy has the power and run society, and the white guy has the white skin and the sharp features, the straight hair and the blue eyes, the white skin, and the physical features that sexually arouse a black woman. The white guy, he doesn't have to be 6'5". The white guy doesn't have to have big ass muscles. The white guy doesn't have to have swag. The white guys don't have to have all this extra bullshit for a black woman to be sexually aroused. The fact that a white guy has white skin sexually arouses black women. That's why they'll choose a white guy over a black guy. Black women are more aroused by white men. Black women are more sexually aroused by white men. And this is a topic that I never really hear being talked about, but I'm talking about it today. You know, I'm a little rebel. It's the rebel in me. You know, I like to touch upon topics that people don't like to speak about. You know, like I said earlier in the video, man, it's crazy. People always assume that black women just love black men and black men are the number one choice for black women. And a lot of people say that shit, man, but is it the truth? I don't think so. You know, and women, they're like men with power. Women are sexually aroused by men with power. That's how the women are naturally. Women are sexually aroused by men with power. That's why a dude could be broke as fuck and get rejected by females. Dude could be broke as fuck and get rejected by females. But that same guy will become rich and become famous. The same females who rejected him in his youth are the same women who are going crazy on him as a famous dude and wanting to be with him. You know, before that famous guy was famous, the women were not as sexually aroused by him because he lacked that power and respectability. Power and respectability, women are aroused, sexually aroused by power and respectability. Those are masculine traits. Power and respectability are masculine traits that women are sexually aroused by. White men, they run society, they have power, and then the most respected men, so they have the respectability. White men have power and respectability, two traits that black women are sexually aroused by. And they have white men have the skin and the facial features and the hair that black women are sexually aroused by. And white men typically make more money. So socially and sexually, black women prefer these white guys over black men. People think it's only power and social status why black women would choose a white guy over a black man because black men we lack social power and we like it's not all about power. Power is part of it. Like I just said, power does. Oh, let me reword it. Power is a masculine trait that women are sexually aroused by, but how a lot of people view power is not through the lens of a woman's sexuality. Most people view power as being separate from sexuality. But once you're acclimated to female nature and realize what power really is to a woman, power is more than just a money sign. Power is a masculine trait that women will get sexually aroused by. It's the sexuality of the power that a man has that really turns on a woman and makes her gravitate towards a man. So, should black men move on from the situation with black women? Should the American black man move on from the situation with black women? That's the real question. Black women, they don't want to be with black men. Black women, they look down on black men. Um, in their eyes, black men were the bottom of the totem pole, and black women don't find black men to be sexually attractive. A lot of them don't. And when your woman no longer respects you, no longer finds you to be sexually attractive, when those two things occur, then it's just time to end the relationship. When a woman doesn't want to be with you and doesn't find you to be attractive, she doesn't get turned on by you, she doesn't respect your masculine authority. Those are signs coming from a woman that as a man, you need to break up with that bitch. And I think it might be time for the American black man and American black female to part ways. You know, the black woman no longer desires the black man sexually, socially, or any shape or form. So, so why is that a situation a black man should want to be in? You know, black men, American black men, and it's fucked up to say because as a black man, I would want American black women and American black men to be together, you know, but it doesn't always work like that. Things aren't always straightforward and simple like that. Black women just don't want to fuck with the brothers and don't desire black men. You know, it's crazy. Uh, I'm sure you guys know Kevin Samuels. Um, I watch his videos. I've been watching his videos for a couple years now, but I really started to tune into his channel a few weeks ago. He's been interviewing black women who want a high value man. Some people say he's harsh, but when I watch his videos interviewing these black women who want a high value black man, the way Kevin Samuels come at these women isn't harsh, really. He's just telling these black women the 100% honest truth. These women who call into Kevin Samuels' show, these black women, they are not fit to be the main woman of a high value man. I mean, no high value black man, no high value man, regardless of race, wants a fat, unattractive, overaged single mother with like four kids. No high value man, especially no high value black man, is looking for that bullshit. But these over the hill black women who are obese, overweight, unattractive, 40 years old with three baby daddies, these types of black women are calling into Kevin Samuels' show and they act dumbfounded when Kevin Samuels tells them that they do not deserve a high value black man. A lot of our black women feel entitled to a high value black man. Even when black women are fucked up, even when black women are obese, overweight, single mothers, three baby daddies, not feminine, even when black women have all these undesirable qualities, these same black women with all of these undesirable qualities still expect a high value black man to settle down with her. Normally women aren't as dumb as we think they are. Women, these over these over the hill women, these over the hill black women who want a high value man, they know they're fucked up. These black women look in the mirror. They know that a lot of these black women know that they're not attractive. They look in the mirror. They know that they're fat. They know that they have stretch marks all over their stomach because they have five different kids by five different dudes. These black women know that a lot of these black women know that they're not attractive and are overaged. And these black women, a lot of them, they know they have a whole lot of fucked up qualities. And they still feel entitled to a high value black man. Black women are the only group of women who can have undesirable qualities such as being fat, overweight, overaged, and having multiple baby daddies, and still expect a high value man to fuck with them. White women who have fucked up qualities, they don't feel entitled to a high value white man to fuck with them. Latino women who are fucked up, unattractive, have multiple baby daddies. Latino women with those qualities don't expect a Latino man who's high value to fuck with them. Black women are the only race of women who can bring all this baggage to the table and feel entitled to a high value black man. And there's a reason behind this. There's definitely a reason behind this. There's definitely a reason behind this. It's fucking crazy. Usually, the high value man should be sought after when a woman is at her highest level of attractiveness. You know, when a woman is young, fertile, still has her beauty, she's in shape, she's feminine. Those types of young women are usually the women who are supposed to be seeking after high value men. But these black women, when they're the most attractive, when they're the most feminine, when they're young, the, when black women are young and attractive, they don't seek after high value black men. You know, black women, they don't fuck with the guy who's on that path to success. Black women don't fuck with that. But black women, they don't fuck with that black man who's on the road to success on his grind when they're young and attractive. They don't fuck with that type of dude. Even these young black women, they're not even hooking up with the older high value black men when they're young and attractive. That's some deep shit. That's some definitely deep shit. When black women are young and attractive, and when they're young and attractive, they're supposed to be on the lookout for these high value black men. But when black women are young and attractive, they're overlooking the future high value black men who are their age. You know, young black men who are on that road to success, who will be a high value black man once he reaches a certain age. Young, attractive black women are overlooking that type of black man. And young black women who are attractive aren't hooking up with the already established older high value black men. So black women seems to me that when black women are young and attractive, they're overlooking black men as a whole. That's why they're not getting these high value black men. Black women are missing out on a whole lot of high value black men because during their attractive young years, black women are busy overlooking black men as a whole. The reason why black women cannot get a high value black man is because when she has the highest sexual market value and young, these young black women are overlooking black men as a whole. You know, black women, they'll fuck with a Pookie and Ray Ray. But other than a small percentage of black men who are Pookies and Ray Rays, black women are overlooking the majority of black men. You know, black women, when they're young and attractive, they're getting hit up and approached by all races of men. They're getting hit up. These young, attractive black women, they're getting hit up and approached by white men, Asian men, Latino men, Indian men. So these black women have a whole lot of sexual and dating options when they're young and attractive, you know. So these black women, they're overlooking the brothers for these other races of men when during their younger years. So when these black women are young and attractive, they aren't looking for a black man. They aren't looking for a high value black man. You know, a black woman's prize when she's younger, she would rather get a high value man who's a white man. A young black woman who's attractive, she wants a high value white man or a high value Hispanic man. Her last choice is to be with a high value black man. You know, that's why a lot of our sisters are missing out because they're just during their younger years when they're most attractive, black women are overlooking black men as a whole. You know, if a black woman overlooks black men as a whole, then she's gonna overlook the high value man as well, the high value black men as well. You know, these younger black women, they're not hooking up with these high value black men during the younger years because they're just rejecting black men willy nilly. And this goes into the black women don't fuck with black men like black women don't fuck with black men like that. Theory of mine. Because if these black women did fuck with did fuck with black men like that, then they wouldn't be in the position that they're in, being 4 years old without a high value black man. You know, if black women were young and attractive, during their young and attractive years, if these young black women had a genuine attraction for black men, they would choose these black men during these younger years. You know, they would. These black women during the most attractive years, they won't even look a black man's way. They feel like they're too good for a brother. But if they fuck with black men during their younger years, then they will notice that they have a whole lot of high value black men to choose from. You know, black women they're calling up Kevin Samuels and they're in their 40s and shit, complaining that they can't get a high value black man. And it's because of their actions. You know, it's because of these black women's lack of interest in black men. You know, if black women were so interested in black men and loved black men so much, then during their sexual peak when they're young, black women are in the sexual peak, the peak of attractiveness when they're young. You know, so they have the highest value when they're young. Black women. If black women had a genuine interest in black men, then they would choose black men when they're in their sexual peak.